Hey guys, so life, and I'll start by saying the machine I'm working on is downloading, so I have time to kill. That's why I'm here. But life has a way of throwing everything and anything at you, and when you least expect it, you get thrown a brick. It's just the way it is. And in life, and this is a speech of a loser. I've spent the last decade or so making a ton of mistakes, and I got hit in the head recently, so I've had a chance to, and I've said this before, I've had a chance to take a look at my life, take a look at everybody around me, and kind of analyze what's going on. And trust me, I've been moody and been all this kind of stuff, trying to realign myself, trying to figure out who I am because I lost so much of me. Now that all being said, when I have a problem, when I have like a real problem in life, I look at it logically. I break it down, I group some issues together, and I start to apply small solutions. Like critiquing it to make it say, hey, if I apply enough small solutions, it'll become one giant solution and overall it'll be solved. So if a car has a fueling problem, this is my metaphor, I look at the simple stuff. The external filters, the spark plugs, the spark plug wires, the ignition on the man, the CIDs. I'll look at if there's any computer codes. I'll look at like anything that I can get to on the surface right away. And then I'm like, okay, so if I solved all these issues, so if I changed spark plugs, changed spark plug wires, changed the ignition coils, changed the filters, and it still has a problem with the fueling, it's got to be something to do with the fuel pump or the internal fuel pump filter. They're both usually connected. And then I'm looking at those things. I'm like, okay, so what do I have to do to change out the fuel pump? And there's ways to test it, but most of the time it's just easier to go in, change out the fuel pump, like drop the tank, change the fuel pump. Hopefully your tank's not full, so it's easier. And then you bolt it all back up, and then you check it, because it's good just to have a good fuel filter and a good fuel pump. You never know what could be there. Plus, at the same time, you can clean out the tank, and who doesn't like the tanks being cleaned out? So that being said, I look at things as how to solve it. So most recently with my mom, with her vehicle, I bought her a van, it eventually died, and then the next vehicle, it died, but it still had some life left. It was just external circumstances. So what can I do to solve the problem? I said, okay, let's get a brand new vehicle so I won't have to worry about it for at least 5 years because it'll be under warranty. And that was my solution to the problem, because I wanted to work elsewhere, like my house. So that was one solution to a huge problem. And the biggest problem was her losing her independence. She was beside herself of what to do. So the biggest thing I could do, the best thing that I could do for my mom, was to get her a brand new vehicle and suffer and suck it up for the payments. That's it. And then the other problem I have is when I'm hurting, I find the worst piece of equipment, the worst kind of stuff, and I hoard it. Guess what I'm doing? I'm getting rid of lots of stuff. Got rid of an old stereo system, got rid of a trailer I didn't need anymore, got rid of some other stuff. Needless to say, I'm alleviating the burden of physical possessions that I have. So I said to a friend of mine that I'm a loser. Now, normal friends, my arm's getting sore. Normal friends would be like, no, you're not. They would get all upset. They would be like, ah. I had this friend just let it happen. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I didn't get upset. I didn't get to get emotional or anything. I just took it as it was. What can I learn from this situation? So going forward, I've learned quite a bit. I don't know what that is yet, but I know I've learned quite a bit. And I look at things like that. If somebody's hurting or somebody's upset or withdrawn or hiding themselves away, I ask myself, what's going on with them? What's going on in their head to make them feel this way, that they need to act this way? And I had a friend of mine recently come back to me and they said, oh, I've been foolish or whatever. And that's what the other video was about. I didn't say exactly what it was about, and I had to make it 2 or 3 times just to kind of give it an overall instead of getting anything directly. And I said to him, from one fool to another, I love who you are. Don't hide yourself away. And if you need me, call me, talk to me, text me, whatever you need. I'll be there for you. As long as I'm blinking and breathing and able to help, I am there for you. You're a friend of mine, and, well, part of that is having a membership to me helping you out if I can. They're interested in, beats them down. And they have a relationship with them, and it's kind of toxic and whatnot. And he's jealous of her success. And I simply said to them, you are amazing. Look at what you've been able to build up on your own. You're an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneurial. You have the entrepreneurial spirit. Look at this. Why are you letting all this negativity drag you down? You're marvelous. Think of your success when somebody starts beating you down. Think of how successful you are. Don't think of the negativity. Be positive in it. And they were like, yeah, you're right. Because they care about this person. So this other person that is being negative is simply jealous and is beating them down, which is horrible. You should never hurt somebody that you care about or that you're with at all, period. And that's just how I feel about things. Now, going forward, my friends, my colleagues, my coworkers, I want to raise them up. I want them to know that I value them, but I also want them to know that they should value themselves. Each of us has a ton of good qualities, good characteristics, good ethics and morals and things that are important to be successful, to share with each other, to enable each other, so that when we're kind of slacking or if we're having a lazy day or whatever, we need to raise each other up, get each other going. And when we're down, we need to be there for each other. And if we need a break, give the person some space. It's just the way it goes. So that being said, I am a loser. But I wake up every day thinking that what can I do? What is internal and what is external? What changes can I make to be successful today? What can I accomplish? So I break it down, and yeah, it might be something small like fixing an engine, or it might be doing some trailer brakes, or it might be building my own custom ducting so it's also soundproofed. These are all things that I analyze and figure out for myself and create. Once I get going further in my life, there'll be much more bigger, fun creations to come. And my successfulness will be ever so multiplied. And that goes for everybody. We have a ton of potential. So if anything is dragging you down, sometimes it's good to take a break with whatever it is and concentrate on the things that bring you up. And concentrate on the people in your life. Because when you elevate their existence, you raise yourself up as well. And that's the way I look at things. So this is my speech as one loser trying to make a difference with his existence. Now I got to get back to work. Thank you for being guys. Be safe. Have fun. And do it for the ones that you care about. And think about your future. Even if things suck right now. Even if the person you care about doesn't want to talk to you. And for a lot of us, that's just the way it is. But look at it this way. Before I go, look at it this way. What can you do today to attract, to achieve the success you desire? To get your dreams from the blueprints in your mind to real life, to physicality, to making memories. Because we all have dreams, but we want to die with memories. And that's one of the things I'm constantly thinking about these days. Dream big, die with your memories. Because at the end of the day, that hole in the ground is all the same size for each of us. So think about your family, think about your friends, think about your coworkers, Think about what makes you go, what gets you moving, and make it successful. And if you fail, learn from it. That's what I'm thinking. That's how I feel, and that's what I'm doing. Actually going now.